My name is Sylvan J. Rahman. Welcome back to Intentional Wealth. In today's video, we're going to talk about how not to spend your tax refund. Before we get into that, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you're notified every time we upload new content. It's tax season and we want to spend our tax refund.
Yeah, I love them strippers. Yeah, I love them strippers.
But there are things that we definitely shouldn't spend our tax refund on.
Promise home, buddy!
And this all comes down to what you need versus what you want. And more often, our wants outweigh our needs because there's less stuff that we really need, but more stuff that we really want. The problem is, when you don't have the money, you shouldn't buy your wants. Got it? All right. Let's also understand that tax refunds are basically refunds that you get from the IRS because you've paid more in taxes over the year.
It's never too early to learn that the government is a greedy piglet that suckles on a taxpayer's teat until they have sore, chapped nipples.
So it's not like you owed the money, it's that you just paid them too much. And if you're consistently getting big tax refunds every year, you should probably think about talking to a tax consultant to see how you can get a less refund every year. Because what's happening is, as you pay more in taxes over the year, that is basically an interest-free loan to the government to do whatever they want to.
The Department of Health and Human Services spent $300,000 to see if monkeys make good decisions on cocaine.
On a monthly basis, if you paid less in taxes, you could probably use that on a monthly basis to do more stuff with. So me personally, I would rather get a zero refund in April compared to getting a $10,000 refund. Because over the year, I could spend that $10,000 investing on something where I'd get interest from. The first thing not to spend your tax refund on is expensive clothing items. If you got a Walmart budget, don't go to Gucci or Louis Vuitton for a purse or Gucci shoes. Now, me personally, I do go to Coach, Calvin Klein, stores like that, but I always go to the outlet stores, not the actual stores in the mall. The outlet stores have the biggest discounts. If you want discounts on name brands, go to the outlet store. Number 2, don't spend your money on tech items that you think you need. You probably don't need them, you just want them. You don't need to get every single new iPhone model that comes out every 6 months. Me personally, I have an iPhone, I think X. I don't care about getting the new iPhone 11, and this X has been paid off for almost 4 to 6 months. Also, I don't care about getting Apple Watches or anything like that. It's just something to tell time. Me, I just happen to have multiple watches that I can wear with different multiple outfits. And that was my poor mindset, buying the things I wanted and not the things I needed. Honestly, I could get away with just wearing one watch every day. Look, I understand that the tax season is kind of the end of the fiscal year, and it also kind of lines up with when your kids are getting out of school and vacation and summer. But look, when you get your tax return, don't spend everything on a big blowout vacation. Go on a vacation, get a budget to go with your vacation, and don't spend a lot of money.
What can I do with $5?
In fact, if I were you, I'd try and look into doing a staycation.
This is boring.
I actually grew up 15 minutes south of a town that I never knew was a beach town. I would go out to Maryland and go to the beaches or go wherever to the beaches until I realized, oh wow, 15 minutes north of me is a little beach town that I can just drive up to whenever I want and enjoy the beach. That's almost free. So another big push that's here for April and tax season and tax refunds is buying a car.
I'm just browsing. You got anything better?
And look, I am a huge car fan, motorcycle fan, airplane fan, anything with a motor fan. Yes, that would include a blender or a laundry machine. If it has a motor, I like it, okay? But last year, I really was itching to get a new car. And then I realized, you know what, if I get into a car payment that's gonna be at least 4 or 5 years and money out of my pocket every month, and my car is honestly 10 years old. It's got 162,000 miles on it. Runs and drives great, it's just old. And then last year it started to have oil leaks everywhere. And I was thinking, you know what, I need a new car. And then I thought about it a little more and I realized, you know what, let me spend the $5,000 to get that car fixed. Got the car fixed, still driving it around, still looks decent. Now I really do want a new car, but I always shop used. Don't buy new. If you're going to buy a car, be smart with your money. If you can buy a used Jaguar,
Terribly sorry, I ran over your dog. Oh, in my Jag.
for the price of a used Toyota Camry or something like that, and yes, it is possible with Jaguars.
You want an endless money pit, go right ahead. Never buy a used Jaguar.
Buy the Toyota Camry, because you probably can't afford the maintenance on a Jaguar. And you will cry crocodile tears when it comes time to service that Jaguar. How do I know? I've done it by experience. My first Jaguar had a huge maintenance issue, and it cost me almost $2,000 the first time I took it in for a service. Learned my lesson. Now, does that mean I'll never buy a Jaguar? No. Actually, I've owned 2, and I'll probably get one for my next car if I find a good one. Don't let salespeople push you into cars you can't afford or monthly payments you can't afford. And just because you can afford a monthly payment, that doesn't mean you have to max out and buy the most expensive car for that monthly payment. Now, another way to save money from buying a car is to repair your car. Now, you can do what I did and just take it to a nice quality shop and pay for it to be repaired. But like my cameraman Nick says, you can go on YouTube and learn how to repair the car yourself. Ain't nobody got time for that!
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Which I honestly don't. So I got mine repaired. Those are the 4 things you shouldn't do when you get your tax refund. What are some things you can do when you get your tax refund? Well, one thing is you can pay down debt, whether it's credit card debt or throw it to the principal on your mortgage. That is up to you. Another thing you can do is invest it in things for cash flow. You can either put them in stocks or whatever. I personally don't do that, but you can put them in other real estate investments that give you a bigger return over time. And over time, as you start investing, you're gonna make more money. And a little secret, having a real estate rental property actually helps you lower your tax liability. Now, I'm not a tax person, so go ahead and consult with one. If you like what you've seen here or heard here, please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like and share the video, and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And we'll see you next week.